So the question was, for the audience at home, mentorship. How do young people find mentors? I always just asked, and I wasn't afraid to ask people for help and ask them for advice. As I mentioned before, ask for advice. And so when I was doing my magazine, I asked somebody who I knew Graydon Carter, if they could get a meeting with me so I could talk to him about the cover of the magazine. Like Graydon Carter of Vanity Fair, And one time when I was at a Knicks game, I had like the second issue of my magazine, and there was this guy in the front row at the Knicks game named John Kennedy Jr., and he had just launched a magazine called George. So I basically waited for the timeout, and I walked straight fast down to the front row, knowing that security was about to tackle me, and I put my magazine right in John F. Kennedy Jr.'s hands, and I looked him in the eye and said, "I'm a publisher just like you. My magazine's about the internet. It's going to change everything." And then I felt the arm on my shoulder. It was the security guard. And the guy, and John Kennedy just said, "No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I want to talk to him." And he said, "Oh, what is the internet exactly? I've been hearing about all this stuff." And I'm like, "Well, it's going to like connect everything. It's sort of like the information superhighway, so you could deliver your magazine through." He's like, "That's really interesting. We should talk about that at some point." And I was like, "Yeah, we should talk." And get dragged away by security. Like, you have to go seek them out and ask them. The problem with Generation Y, and I'm Generation X, and we had our own unique issues and problems. But the issue with Generation Y, folks, is they didn't have this like competition gene instilled in them. They didn't have to fight, and they were told that like fighting and winning and all this shit was not important. It like is the most important thing in life, like fighting and winning and competition. Like, yeah, that's what life's all about. Like, why did they tell you this? Huge mistake. Did any of you get participation trophies? Seriously, tell me the truth if you got a participation trophy. No? Is this just all made up? Did they have winners?
You've been watching This Week in Startups. To watch the full episode, click here. To check out some other shows from This Week In, click here.